Yoranto. Oh, hello, welcome to The Last of Us. Hello everyone, I'm Yoranto, and I'm running The Last of Us new game any percent today. And I would say we start immediately. New game on easy mode, playing on the save file. Okay, this loads for 10 seconds and the timer starts once I skip the first cutscene. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! Thank you guys. Yeah, the game starts playing as Sarah. Absolutely nothing happens to her later.
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something.
It's gonna be a bit
Uncle Tommy?
tough tonight because I should have a commentator, but he just got a baby yesterday, so yeah, I have to do this on my own now.
Well, congrats to them, but don't worry, we're here to support you.
Dad?
Thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, at the beginning here with Sarah, it's just like 30 seconds of walking.
What was that?
And we're basically going into a 3-minute long, unskippable in-game cutscene.
There's his phone.
Right here. Yeah, this game has an intro, and
Here you are.
that's not very popular for the
Yeah?
for many speedrunners of this game.
Does anyone come in here?
I never really
No,
minded
you
it.
come in here.
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of...
So yeah, I'm
freaking me
running
out.
The Last of Us any
What's going
percent. It's like 2.5 hours long, and the beginning is pretty slow.
Sick.
As you can see, it takes a while before it picks up, but the run is very interesting. There are lots of glitches, lots of skips. We have some death warps. We have out of bounds. We skip almost entire chapters, and there are many cool tricks. And overall, it's a really cool speed game.
You've got to get out of here. Do you understand?
And there is also Pittsburgh in this game. Later on, we will see Pittsburgh in-game, and there is one section in the game where you can actually see our hotel.
You have any idea what's going on out there?
Let's go, Pittsburgh!
Yeah,
You got blood all over you.
and I don't want to spoil too much, but the biggest skip of this game is called Pittsburgh skip.
Or a parasite or something.
Skipping like
You gonna tell me what happened?
75% of the Pittsburgh chapter.
Sarah. How you holding up, honey?
I'm fine.
I'm also running on PS5, which is interesting as well because when I submitted for GDQ, I submitted on PS4 Pro.
Cell phone.
But in the meantime, we found, I don't know, 4 or 5 new skips. And with the load times of these skips, it turned out that PS5 actually is a few seconds faster.
On the highway.
So we changed the console
Hell out. Take
71.
after the submission phase, basically.
Did they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. Found this one family on
Do you still run on the PS4?
Right.
No, not really. For some other categories, like some might still be faster on PS4 Pro,
They got no clue.
the ones that don't use
We ain't
glitches.
the only town.
But yeah, the any percent category definitely is the fastest on PS5.
Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. I hope that son bitch made it out. I'm sure he did.
I have one question. Can we lower the game sound a little
How do
bit?
you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did.
We're fine. Trust me.
All right.
See what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
So yeah, I think the car ride takes like another
Someone else will come along.
minute. If you want, you can read some donations before the game really starts.
Yes, of course. Go ahead and cut me off if you need to start commenting on something. Well,
Okay.
we have $50 from Snots Delta. They say, been a huge fan of AGDQ for many years. Glad to finally catch one in person. Loving all of the runs. The Last of Us will be a highlight. Also, trans rights. We also have $50 from Zaz trying to get in for some of those amazing prizes. I know, Zaz. Don't forget to get your work to match your donation if they do that. Nothing feels better than making your boss donate to charity. We are always here for charity.
What are they running from?
And we have $15 from Waba Weedle. AGDQ is just such a wonderful community and a great place for people of all kinds. I've seen so many who are struggling to find comfort and safety within the event, and that's just amazing. Thank you for everything, AGDQ. Stay fast and remind chat to pet that cat.
So here the run starts. Basically, like the unskippable car ride ends here with a car crash. What I also want to say is this is The Last of Us Remastered. This is not the remake that came out 1.5 years ago. So this is basically the original PS3 version, just with 60 FPS. That's basically it. And I'm playing it on the PS5 through the backwards compatibility. I know it's a bit confusing with the remaster and the remake. But yeah, this is basically the original game, just in 60 FPS.
What is it?
My leg hurts.
How bad? We're gonna need to run.
How different are the routes on the games?
Keep us safe.
That's a bit hard to tell because the remaster came out 1 year after the original game, and there weren't that many speedrunners back then. So I don't think PS3 is really routed. But there are definitely some tricks that I'm gonna do that don't work on PS3. I will mention them when I get there. Here at the beginning, there is not much you can do. As you can see, I get blocked a lot right now. It's pretty bad that I'm behind Tommy there. But yeah, this is one of the RNG heavier sections. We basically always try to run more or less the same path and just improvise depending on whether someone gets in your way or not. But there's some movement strats here. When you turn the camera like that, you can get ahead of Tommy. And Tommy pushes you like this. I would be way behind Tommy there, but yeah, that saves like a second or so.
Get to the highway. Go! You got Sarah. I can outrun him.
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there. Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
We just have a ton of love pouring in for this run. We have $1,000 from RJB saying greetings from Germany. And with that, we are even closer to $1.1 million.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw indeed.
Okay, so the intro is over and Sarah is fine, I hope.
I've been selected for.
Also, what I did there, yeah, you can skip the cutscenes in this game. But what I also did there is I restarted the checkpoint. What it did there is it skipped the in-game cinematic after the cutscene, saving around 20 seconds. And you will see that very often throughout this run, me restarting the checkpoint. And it has different effects. Sometimes it's like that, where it skips an in-game cutscene. Sometimes it puts Joel further forward. Sometimes it just resets enemy patterns to make a strat more consistent. There are definitely different results.
Seems like more people are getting
So yeah,
infected.
even after the intro, it's still a bit of a walking section,
I got us all new papers. They should be good.
but soon enough we will get to some nice fights and nice skips and all.
No worries, every speed run has its auto scroller.
Yeah.
What's your business here?
Got the day off. Visiting a friend.
Gosh. I love the cutscenes of this game.
Why? I mean, I love them too, but the game basically wants to introduce you to the mechanics, like the quick turn you saw there, and the sprinting mechanic, and the game is gonna tell me now how I can heal up after taking damage.
So much
Because
for the
yeah,
easy route.
Joel got hurt a lot from that explosion, so what he does now to heal up is he puts a bandage around his arm, and then he's fine.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints. We're gonna have to go around the outside.
So in this section here we have one
Or we
trick.
could just let Robert
It's
go.
called the hallway lounge. This hallway actually has some pretty specific movement, and with like when done correctly and when you get lucky, you can get ahead of the guy on the left and basically like stand inside him, and he can launch you through the end of the hallway there.
Think she'd tell me?
Well, what did you tell her?
But
No idea where he's hiding.
it's pretty random.
Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you
Okay.
around.
Unfortunately, couldn't get a launch, but getting ahead of him is always
Marlene,
what we are looking
Robert.
for.
What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
Well, while we walk on through this hallway, again, we're just getting so much love for this run. Everybody is so excited to see The Last of Us here. We have $10 from Connor saying, had to donate during The Last of Us. This and Part 2 are two of my all-time favorite games ever. This is keeping me entertained while I wait for Part 2 Remastered to install. Late night $5 train for Separate Ways incentive? I don't, chat? $5 train? Always game to be conductor for those.
Yeah, it's cool to see some love for The Last of Us
I need to watch
speedrun.
them throw away down here. Let there be light.
So there is a strat here to speed up Tess. You need to go here
Joel.
and trigger the dialogue from Tess. And then we want to hit the triangle prompt at a specific time, and that makes Tess go just a tiny bit faster.
The shots count.
Yeah, it's still like the tutorial section where the game introduces us to the mechanics. Now we got our backpack and our first weapon, the 9mm. Also, what I did here, I punched in the air, because that
Alright.
makes Joel
Boost me up.
don't have anything in his hands. So when I approach the triangle prompt here, he does the animation a bit faster. If I would have the pistol in my hand, he would just, like after pressing triangle, he would first put the gun away and then go for the triangle prompt. And that would waste like a second. And that goes for like almost every triangle prompt in the game. So basically when you approach triangle prompts, you never really want to have anything in your hands.
Be careful.
When am I not?
Got a trick question?
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere.
Also, I love this music.
Got it.
Great, bring it over.
Ladies first.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone.
So this restart checkpoint puts Joel like immediately up the ladder. It's not much. It saves like, I don't know, not even half a second, I think.
You think Robert's still got our guns?
For his sake, he better.
Once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload. Hold up.
And here crouching is a bit faster, as long as he puts the gas mask on.
Where the hell are all these coming from? Place was clear last time.
If you don't crouch, he would just like
Better keep your eyes and ears open.
walk really
Feel
slowly.
through here.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful.
Also, this speedrun is a bit cruel because the guy here needs our help, but we don't really have time to help him.
My mask broke.
So we just move.
Come back.
And here we have our first fight, the 3 infected fight. It's called like that because there are 3 infected right there. And the goal is basically to do 3 headshots. Let's see what I can do here.
How you want to handle it?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good start. Sometimes that can be a bit tricky because the first runner doesn't always show its head like that. Like sometimes, like he's wiggling left and right, and sometimes it's a bit hard to get the first shot. The second shot is easier than it looks, and the third shot, sometimes the angles varies a bit.
Did Tess just teleport in behind you?
Oh yeah, I think she did. What you saw there was a little lounge, and there are a few throughout the game. You might see that again,
pass it to me.
and these only work on 60 FPS.
It's a bit heavy.
I think I can handle it.
All right.
Oh, wow. I have a donation I want to read real quick. It's $500 from Kinda Sorta Maybe, saying, "Hi, y'all. This first game came out when I was just starting my career. Now, 10 years later, I've been fortunate enough for my career to take me to Naughty Dog to work on both remasters. I'm so excited to see this being run tonight and brown every which way. Coincidentally, the remaster of Part 2 releases tomorrow. Trans rights are humans' rights."
Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear.
Also, there's one funny thing here. If you crouch and look up,
None of Robert's men.
everything goes white in the background. You see flying clothes there. And on stairs,
No, he's expecting us.
Joel can move really quick.
Well, that'll make it more interesting. Good to go. Come on.
So we're approaching the first little skip in this game.
Not right now, Terrence.
No, it's good. Look out.
It's a bit tricky. I only have, I think it's the only skip in the entire run where I only have one try. It's called the ration card skip.
Where do you think you're going?
And let's first see if I can get it.
Back down.
Sorry, Tess.
It should basically skip the next in-game cutscene if done correctly. So you want to move like this.
Who's that?
An old headache. Don't ask.
Let's see. Like that movement that I did there, the little backwards movement, that manipulates Tess's AI to move backwards as well. Yeah, I got it. That saves like 15 seconds. Yeah, that's a really good start. So basically what I did there is, like the movement is very specific.
Let us
And
through.
when I move backwards,
Need to turn around.
Tess thinks I want to go back, so she goes back as well.
Just won't Robert.
And
You don't wanna
the
do this.
the in-game cutscene there with the Russian card,
Now.
that is proximity based on Tess's position. So Tess triggers the cutscene. So when she's really far away, you can like
Take cover.
quickly run past the trigger.
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
Yeah, this was the first Slums fight. We're in Slums, and Slums has some really specific strats. What you saw there was a bit weird, I know. The first guy, like, it takes a while before they become active. So I use it to just run towards them and quickly kill the first guy. Also, what I did there, I got rid of 1 pistol shot, so I enter the next fight with 6. Because if the strat goes according to plan, that's basically manipulating the ammo drops I will get. So entering here with 6, the goal is to get 2 headshots on the first 2 guys. And then the third and last enemy should always drop ammo. That's why I got rid of 1 bullet.
We shouldn't have taken this job. Not our call.
So let's see. Like the beginning of this speedrun is it's pretty tough.
It seems like there's a lot of very small optimizations that just add up to save a lot of time.
Okay. No. Okay, yeah, that is very unlucky. I get the ammo here. Okay, that was not that bad, but that was definitely not what I had in mind. So restart checkpoint here. It skips the in-game cutscene. So we go for more headshots here.
I got you.
Okay, that was pretty good actually. So yeah, a lot happened there. So at the beginning, since we only have the pistol and body shots are very slow, all the strats require headshots, and especially on world record runs, you basically just want to like quick scope headshot all the enemies there.
There's our boy.
Yeah, this was really good. I got all the headshots, and I have a nice amount of ammo.
That cocky son of a bitch.
Wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm surprised how well that went actually. So here there are lots of enemies, and this is one of the first fights in the game that you can basically skip by just running through. Try to kill the last enemy. So yeah, we basically just get out of here. And I picked up the med kit there because first it makes so there's a glitch in this game. It's called the weapon switch glitch or running glitch that comes later in the run. And the med kit makes it a bit easier. But the main reason I got the med kit is because in like 1.5 hours or 1 hour there is a trick, a skip, where I can only go out of bounds by using a med kit there.
We gotta get out of here now.
So that's Slums, and
Want to steal? We gotta move.
this melee weapon I only needed to do a little glitch
Through here.
in the next chapter.
I know a way around this.
It's really important to pick that up. And the melee weapon is also important for the weapon switch glitch that I will introduce in the next fight. So there are some small movement here. Like, the game has lots of movement, even though, I don't know, it might not look like it. But there are lots of small movement techniques, and the movement can be really precise. So we pick up everything here on the table. And when you pick up something in this game for the first time, in this case the shiv, the game gives you, in this case, a blade and a binding for free. I'm gonna use it here to craft a shiv. I don't really need that. I only need 1 shiv in the entire run. But just in case a clicker should grab me later, the shiv can save me. So I just always craft an extra shiv. And also for the triangle prompt on that door.
How you holding up?
There's like it's a mechanic in this game. You can just hold triangle when you approach triangle prompts, and it will basically activate on the first frame.
Ain't a big fan of these eyes.
So here we have the cargo fight, and this is the first fight where I try to use the weapon switch glitch. It's pretty precise. I might explain it after the fight, but I want to get the melee weapon out, so Joel has the melee weapon in his hands. Try to run past him. And now I'm basically doing this. I'm not holding forward right now. Now I'm holding forward again, but... Okay, that happens. Yeah, so what I did there is... it's tough to explain, but when you have a certain amount of stuff in your inventory, like I have a medkit, a melee weapon, brick, and a pistol, when you switch to a weapon, or in this case, switch from the melee weapon to something else in the inventory, and then mesh the inventory like this, Joel basically gets soft locked, and you can sprint in areas where you're not allowed to sprint, or in this case, like in this run, it basically prevents us to get staggered by the enemies. And also what I did there was, like, I crouch walked the entire way, because for that section, crouch walking is actually faster than walking. And crouch walking there allowed me to go so fast that I basically went ahead of Marlene, and then I restarted the checkpoint to teleport Marlene to the door, because Marlene is the one who activates the next cutscene.
Keep up.
And now we're with Ellie. Okay. We are leaving her behind, kinda.
Real quick, I just want to cut in with an update on our donation total. We are currently sitting at $1,099,265. We are just over $700 away from 1.1 million.
Yeehaw. This is another instance of the weapon switch. You're moving super slowly in this hallway, so the weapon switch there allowed us to basically keep the movement speed of the previous section, but I had to cancel it there because there is something Joel gets stopped, because when you do the weapon switch, Joel really is soft locked as long as you do it, so you cannot change the direction when doing that.
Where are your parents?
So once the weapon switch glitch is activated, you can only
They've been gone a long, long time.
yeah, you can basically do nothing until you stop it. So
It's a bit strange that they're having
here
us
we're
here
with
smuggling.
Tess and Ellie again. And there is a little thread here as well. We want to position ourselves like this, and you see Tess kind of like stumbling next to me, and that basically gets rid of an invisible wall that is like right here. So we can enter here like just a tiny bit faster. Also, I got my melee weapon out there on purpose, so I have it ready for the next weapon switch. Just some movement here.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
Real quick, did you know that your speedrun is convincing people to mess up their sleep schedule? We have so many people telling us they're staying up to finish this run in chat because they want to see it. They are very impressed.
I really appreciate
How long
you.
is this all gonna take?
So that's another weapon switch here. Yeah, that looks very glitchy. Man, so much is happening, it's really hard to explain all of that. But right there on the ladder, there was a trick. Like usually you should, like they want you to climb the ladder and then press triangle to activate this cutscene. But when you approach the ladder, look up, start climbing on the ladder, and then press triangle. You can basically skip climbing the ladder. It's a pretty precise trick as well.
This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
Small launch there. And we're now,
I'm actually outside.
like you might know, last year the HBO show started of The Last of Us. And we're at the end of episode 1 now.
Oh, perfect. 30 minutes. That's just on time for a TV show.
Exactly. So get the melee weapon out there again for another weapon switch. There is some movement here. I think the game wants you to... they want to introduce you to running past enemies instead of actually fighting them. Because there is no way on a casual playthrough you would be able to kill all of the enemies in the upcoming sections. Also, that was a really precise jump there. And I'm doing a melee attack here to not get staggered, and I can just run through. Restart checkpoint because it puts me further ahead. And the next fight here after the gate has a very funny weapon switch as well. The beginning is full of weapon switches. But this one specifically looks really cool. So, get my melee weapon out there, and right here, I basically ran through the bus. And how it works is we basically softlock Joel into the running animation, and when I was at the weapon switch, I pressed circle, and that made the game think I'm crouched, even though I was not crouched. So I could basically sprint all the way, and the game thought I'm just crouch walking through it. And that allowed me to just basically run through the truck. And now we're entering the sections where we have our first big skip. Like now it's a thing for Last of Us speedrunners to say that the run really begins right here. Because the first real skip is coming up, and hold on, and the pace becomes much faster from now on with all the strats. Also, the restart checkpoint there skipped the in-game cinematic, and the movement here is pretty precise. I'm doing a restart checkpoint there to... it's not really faster, it's more or less the same. But it might lower the chance of getting game crashes during the next skips. So yeah, we're in the downtown area now. In episode 2 of the HBO show. And it's really funny because the upcoming skip here is called Downtown Skip. And the HBO show literally skips all of that as well. So the speedrun is actually closer to the HBO show. But yeah, here's the first skip. I'm out of bounds now.
The Last of Us TV show was much weirder than I remember.
Okay. You basically want to fall into the next area and pause. Like the pause is very specific, the timing of the pause. And it's like I'm pausing here for like 24, 25 seconds to load in the next area. If I would unpause now, it would be bad. Like, I don't know, the game could crash or the enemies die. Not the enemies, the Tess and Ellie, our allies die. That's basically why we pause to load in Tess and Ellie here. And we're at the end of downtown now. This is the first big skip, skipping the entire downtown building. Also in this area here, there are usually, like this is the room where all the clickers are. There are like, I don't know, 10 clickers or so and 2 runners. Oh, that was really lucky, getting ahead of Tess there. Usually she's standing in our way, blocking us for like a few seconds. Also for the climbings there, you don't want to mash X to climb, you want to time the X presses, because that way Joel is climbing faster. I'm shooting there to lure out the 3 runners there. Do a quick turn, throw a Molotov to lure them away. And they all, like if it works, they should all run into the fire and don't distract me doing the upcoming skip here. There is a really, like this skip here has a really precise setup. Let's see if I can get it.
They're recently infected.
Oh.
Those soldiers must have just turned.
Which means there's more in the area. We gotta go.
Okay, let's try. I need to get my melee weapon out, and with the precise timing, I can get behind it, and it launches me up.
Wow.
And that was first try museum skip. Oh my god, man. Yeah, that is really cool. That is way harder than it looks. Like, this is the dream right now, getting this first try. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I basically set up the... Also, this skip's going through the entire museum building, saving like... It only saves like 1.5 minutes. But what I did there, I set up the cart in a very specific way. It's not pixel perfect, but it's pretty close to pixel perfect. Like basically every pixel you move the cart differently. It can change the speed, the height, and the direction, how far you go left or right. Also, what I did here, man, so much is happening. What I did there is, like that was, I don't know if it's frame perfect, but you only have a few frames, and if you time your triangle press there for the cart,
Just so it's
the
out
cart
there,
moves
I
itself,
can't
basically. Like that's basically what happened there. The cart moved itself, saving like 1.5 seconds,
I'm glad Marlene hired
because
me.
because it allowed me to climb
I know you guys
earlier.
are being paid for this,
But yeah, about museum skip, that is one thing that only works on the PS4 version. So in this version of the game, because launches only work on 60 FPS, they don't work on 30 FPS. And yeah, as soon as Joel got launched in the air, I had to pause to load in the next area, similar to downtown skip.
Go upstairs. Probably get out from there. Just keep pushing forward.
And yeah, museum skip, Mattmatt found it like 2 years ago, I think. But the setup was so weird and inconsistent. No one even tried doing it. And we just, basically a few weeks, like one community member called The Thrill, he found a consistent way of doing it. But yeah, 2 years when it was found, 2 years ago when it was found, it took me 5 hours to only get once. So it's really cool to get that on a marathon run.
Stay down. I don't know how many more there are.
Also, Capitol building here is basically just walking through. And I'm doing a weapon switch here, so I don't get staggered. If I wouldn't have weapon switched there, they would have staggered me. And also what I did with the rifle, like the rifle I picked up a second before I shot with the pistol. Usually when you pick up a weapon for the first time, there is like, I don't know, a 10-second animation of Joel looking at the weapon.
there's a soldier over there.
And what I did there is I ran into the next checkpoint and then picked up the rifle. And that skips that animation of looking at it. It has some pretty precise timing as well, because you're not standing exactly next to the rifle. You just have the prompt on the screen still. And here I'm doing another weapon switch. I would lose sprint speed right here, usually. So I'm doing the weapon switch to maintain the sprint speed. And there is a small glitch, a small skip coming up here, which introduces one out-of-bounds mechanic that we will see again later. So basically, with pallets, you can go out of bounds anywhere. So basically, in every level that has pallets, you can go out of bounds. And we're using that a few times throughout the run. So you want to place a pallet like this on the wall and basically clip through the wall with it. So I'm out of bounds now.
Now, is that trick only in swimming sections?
Yes, it is. So now I want to set Joel up. And now I want to swim into the next cutscene. And I'm not doing anything right now. This goes automatically. And now we're in Bill's town. That is a skip. And now you should look at Ellie.
There we go.
Yeah, she's
faster to
fine.
go through
But
here.
that is a side effect of the skip. Ellie loses all her hair when you do that skip.
Nothing. It's just.
Also, crouch walking is faster here
I've never seen anything like this. That's all.
at the beginning. But I'm already holding down sprint,
I
and
walked in the woods.
yeah,
It's kinda
Joel
cool.
stands up and moves faster as soon as you can.
I can't believe clipping through that wall clipped Ellie's hair.
Yeah, that is a funny one.
Why don't you just take me back to my room?
You can even activate skins on her, and then she even loses parts of her arm.
Kid, I don't mean to upset you, but your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
So we're in Bill's town now, and
It don't matter.
that's episode 3 of the HBO show. And that's another funny thing, because like Bill's town in the HBO show is entirely different from Bill's town in the game. And we recently found an updated version of a skip in Bill's town. Yeah, we found that like 2 months ago, I think, and it's the biggest time save since 2015, I believe. And it's basically a Bill's town skip, so
There we go.
it's like downtown skip, where it skips sections that more or less get skipped in the HBO show as well. Ellie got her hair back now with that restart checkpoint.
Down here. Just watch your step.
And there is a
Good drive.
strat here called Ellie Whistle strat. We want to go into this building to lure Ellie here, and Ellie starts whistling. It's basically a dialogue that she does. And activating the dialogue there like that
Are you all right?
allows us
I'm trying to
to
learn how to whistle.
activate this triangle prompt earlier. It really saves a lot. I think it's like 7-8 seconds or so. And I'm shooting here to alert the clickers behind me and get sprint speed. I want to open the shift door because we have to wait for Ellie anyways to open the gate. So I use it to pick up all the stuff, and as soon as Ellie opened the gate, I can just run through. Also doing a weapon switch here because I would lose sprint speed right now. But with the weapon switch glitch, I can maintain the sprint speed from the clickers.
Well, then we go find Tommy.
I am so sorry to cut in, but we have hit $1.1 million raised for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thank you, everyone who has donated so far.
That
That's really cool.
would be one of Bill's traps.
Your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
That's putting it lightly.
What's the deal with this guy?
Help
So
us
here
smuggle
with
stuff into the
a
city.
plank. Oh no, I fell down.
Ain't
No,
nothing
I'm
but
soft
fine
locked.
things.
Let's hope we don't blow up trying to find him.
Just watch
I'm
your
just
step.
kidding. Sorry for that. No, it's just a trick where I pressed triangle just before falling down, and that allows Joel to get on the other side. But it takes a while for the game to recognize that and basically push Joel back to the normal path. Here I want to look down because there is a clicker, and he has to be on screen so I can get sprint speed. Also, there is like one of the biggest skips and a new skip coming up here, Bill's Town skip. Also, yeah, you don't. Oh, hold on. Okay, reset checkpoint here. And yeah, now I will mess with the loadings of the maps. Hold on, this is gonna be tough to explain at the same time. Yeah, now the map is deloaded. I switched to 30 FPS there, switching back to 60 now. And what I did there, I did a quick turn. Like quick turn and punches to basically clip the camera out of bounds. This is very specific movement as well. Really tough to explain. Hold on, let me do that first. Oops. I can't get it now. Okay, hold on.
Photo mode. To clip through a wall? I've seen everything now.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm... There. Hold on. Okay. Oh god, that was scary. Yeah, I'm standing in a table right now and just waiting for it to spawn in, and it spawned in there and pushed me through the wall. So I'm here. I'm waiting for the background to spawn in, and as soon as it spawns in, I switch to 30 FPS again, because the door, or the gate here is deloaded right now, this one, and switching to 30 FPS allows me to have enough time to get through it. I switched to 60 FPS now to get faster load times. You saw the gate spawning in there, and Ellie spawned in here now. I'm switching back to 30 FPS to do another deload. Whoops. Oh, that won't work. Hold on. Yeah. That should work. Yeah, all three deloads have the same mechanic. We basically clip the camera out of bounds, then the game thinks we're in another area, and then it deloads the current area, basically. So now I want to go here into the church. I'm using photo mode to load in the church, and I look at the ground to see when it loaded in. Loaded in now. The scary thing about this skip is I haven't hit a single checkpoint since the first deload, so if I should fail it from now on, I would lose like 2 or 3 minutes. So this is definitely one of the scarier sections. Using a weapon switch to get off the ledge there. Turn off photo mode because I don't need it anymore. Let graveyard load in, and from now I should be fine. Like, I still haven't hit a checkpoint, but from this point on it's really hard to fail this. Yes, sorry for the bad explanation there, but like that skip is so tough and very new as well.
No worries. That seems very technical. And
Yeah,
it's
it really
very
is.
impressive to see.
Look at Joel, by the way. He's floating. And we're going behind this door here. And now we finally switch back to 60 FPS. Have to wait here for a second. We basically skipped like almost the entirety of Bill's Town. And now I hit a checkpoint, so now we're safe and the skip is done. So I cannot lose 3 minutes now when I fail. I use Floaty Joel here to maybe get lucky and... Okay, don't get lucky. Yeah, that can happen. That you get alerted by the enemies and then you have to just kill the last 3 enemies. That's fine.
A-posing wasn't powerful enough if he T-posed, though.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky because they don't hear Joel when he's T-posing. So you can basically just run past them and they don't care about Joel.
Okay, Bill.
I'm using a weapon switch here to not get alerted by the clickers.
Ain't seen us yet.
Have to slow down here a bit. Now I pick up the shotgun, get a tutorial window here. Pick up the nail bomb. It's all stuff I basically skipped with the Bill's Town skip. So I'm picking that up there. Restarting checkpoint here to get Bill and Ellie here.
I think we're good.
There's this movement here is pretty specific, and what it does is it delays the enemy spawn in the next fight. So you want to enter here when Bill said, "Give me a hand with this." And this fight here is very interesting because we do a death warp here, and the way it works is you need to kill Joel on the same frame as you kill the last enemy in this section. I'm crafting a nail bomb here because I would get a sound glitch anyways, and the enemies should spawn in right now. And I'm throwing a Molotov now to damage Joel, so it's easier to death warp at the end. Now I'm gonna kill a bunch of enemies, and this should be the last one. I killed myself and I'm here. The fight is over. I get immediately teleported to this section. And what this does is, first, it's faster. Second, it gave me everything back. See, I have the bomb back, I got my Molotov back, and it also duplicates shotgun ammo, but I didn't get any drops. And also, Ellie and Bill are invisible. The ladder moved on its own. It's a bit unfortunate that I didn't get ammo drops there, but it should be fine. Just hoping for some drops inside the school.
Is there a lot of tight resource routing in this run?
Yes. We basically only pick up stuff that we use. And yeah, if I would be short on one Molotov now, for example, I would have a problem later on. Okay, let's do it like that. Pick up the nail bomb here. So what I'm doing here is reload cancelling. Okay. Basically, you don't have to fully wait for Joel to reload the shotgun. In between the shots, if you like switch to another item and then switch back to the shotgun, you can shoot faster. Also, the shotgun is reloading right now. You can maybe see it.
That don't sound good.
So we have the first bloater fight here. First bloater in the game. I'll reload my shotgun. Throw a Molotov. And the bloater is dead. Okay, as soon as the enemies are dead, reset checkpoint. That allows us to get into this cinematic section faster. And yeah, the Molotov damages the bloater's armor, so if we shoot specific spots with the shotgun, he can die in 2 hits. Pick up all the stuff. Restart checkpoint as soon as the fight gets recognized as over, and then we can get out of Bill's Town. Even though we're not completely out yet.
This way. We're sitting ducks here.
Also, this movement looks funny here. You can swing here, and that teleports Joel a bit towards the ladder. So I'm gonna craft a Molotov here, because I pick up stuff here, and if I would just pick it up without crafting a new one, I would be full in my inventory and waste a lot of stuff. I don't pick up the melee weapon there because it would give me a tutorial window,
We should probably search the
and we don't need it.
Sure, there's more supplies.
It's a good idea.
Let me know when you're ready to finish this
So
thing.
now we have the truck push fight.
Put her in first.
And at the beginning, I try to shoot the clicker from a far distance as soon as it spawns in. And what that does is that prevents the spawn of any further enemies of the first wave.
All right, Ellie, get ready.
So
Now hit it.
get the rifle out. Shoot the clicker as soon as it spawns. And switch back to the shotgun. Yeah, there usually would be 3 more runners there. But since I shot the clicker as soon as possible, it doesn't spawn in the last 3 enemies of the first wave. But there are 2 more waves here. For the second and third wave, I'm gonna use a nail bomb and just shotgun my way through here. Okay, that was good. Then I'm throwing a nail bomb there to kind of spawn trap the next wave. The nail bomb goes off as soon as the clicker spawned, and what it does there, it worked. The clicker died as soon as possible again, and that prevented the enemy spawn of 3 runners there. So with the nail bomb and the early rifle shot, I basically prevented the spawn of 6 extra enemies. And that saves a lot of time. Like just the nail bomb at the end there saves like 10 seconds. And if you would let the first wave spawn in, that would lose another 10 seconds for sure. And now we're in a very intense chapter, and we're entering Pittsburgh right now. We're now in Pittsburgh.
Let's go, Pittsburgh mentioned!
Yeah, this is the car ambush. This is now episode 4 of the HBO show, starting here. But in the HBO show, they are actually in Kansas City, I think. They're not actually in Pittsburgh for the HBO show. Hey, Pittsburgh is an interesting chapter. It has lots of different strats, many skips, the biggest skip of the run, and really interesting mechanics. And of course, the real-life locations we're surrounded by. I think even this section here, you can find that in like somewhere here in Pittsburgh, but don't ask me where, I have no idea. The first skip is coming up right here. I'm gonna first this fight is on a timer. Basically, like the second wave of enemy spawns in after like 30 seconds. And what I'm doing here is I'm going towards this wall and turn. I clipped the camera there into the wall for like a few frames, and it basically despawned all the enemies. You see there are no enemies anymore. And now I'm waiting for the second wave of enemies. And as soon as they spawn in, I'm gonna do it again. You see the L3 prompt on the bottom left that was there? That indicates the enemies are spawning. And now, as soon as Joel stops sprinting, that means the fight is over. And I restart checkpoint, and yeah, there are many enemies there. And I skipped all of that with these despawns. And thank you. The reason I restarted checkpoint there is because you would get a pretty long dialogue between Joel and Ellie. And that restart checkpoint there skips all of that.
Okay, go!
So now we're basically our goal now is getting to Fort Pitt Bridge. That is, I don't know where it is, somewhere there in that direction. I don't know. But yeah, Joel's and Ellie's goal basically is to get to the bridge.
No way.
And we will see that bridge in a second. I will get in here to grab the smoke bomb. It's really important because I'm about to do some skips. And if I wouldn't pick up the smoke bomb there, I would completely skip it. So right here you can see the Fort Pitt Bridge for the first time.
Here's the bridge. That's our way out of here.
Yeah, it's right there. We will see it from closer.
Wait for me.
What? Right here.
How about you let me go first? And keep your voice.
Is now a good time for donations, or is there another time soon?
in a minute.
Of course.
Because there's a skip coming up here called bookstore skip. I'm shooting here to get sprint speed.
Good.
And this is one of the biggest skips as well. So I'm climbing here out of bounds, get to a specific position, want to aim here to land on this thing. It looks like I'm gonna fall off to the left, but if you're far right, you fall off. Oh no. Okay, I fell down. That can happen. This skip, fortunately, is not that punishing. Like, the checkpoint is right there and you can just try again. Yeah, and then you can jump over it. The bad thing, and what that does is, there are no enemies here inside the bookstore, but that's not really where the time save comes from. The time save comes from skipping the next in-game cutscene. Like, the next in-game cutscene is basically not there. I'm gonna do a weapon switch to drop off the ledge there. And this is still pretty intense here, because I don't hit any checkpoints in the next 2 minutes. Okay, Ellie is there, that's good. But yeah, the in-game sequence that would trigger right here is not there, and I keep my sprint speed, so I can just run through here. Also, this hotel here is, like the Hotel Grand, it's a few streets away from us, I think. And it looks exactly like in real life as well.
Oh wait, swimming? Is that a pallet? Do I know what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the biggest skip of the run is coming up here. It's called Pittsburgh skip. We're once again using a pallet to clip out of bounds. But that is the easy part of the skip. So I want to swim here. And that skip skips like 75% of Pittsburgh. It saves, I don't know how many minutes, but quite a lot. And there is a pretty precise setup here. I need a very specific angle. That should be fine. And I'm actually looking down on my controller because swimming straight in this game is tough. Or like even walking straight is tough. And I'm not pressing anything. Joel is basically soft locked. The only thing I can do now is change my height. I can go up and down. And I'm looking at the HUD on the bottom right as a visual cue. So 16 strokes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes up. Then go straight again. Pause as soon as Joel starts floating. And now you can see restart encounter 2 minutes ago. So if this fails, I lose like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm looking at the background now. And once the background changes, I can unpause. And I hit the check. Yeah, Joel is floating here. It looks really funny. Let me turn on photo mode. And yeah, and then I basically swam into the checkpoint. And that is Pittsburgh skip. And yeah, you need to kill Ellie there. Man, so much is happening. It's really hard to explain. Doing a weapon switch here.
I was too damn close.
And
The edge of the universe and back.
look at Joel.
Oh no!
Yeah, okay.
Savage Starlight.
But yeah, we basically, for the Pittsburgh skip, had a specific angle to swim into the checkpoint. And as you saw, I was softlocked, so I couldn't change the direction, and the setup is really precise. On top of that, it loses like multiple minutes when you fail it. And what I did after that was turning the camera into the wall, and that basically skips the previous fight as well. And you can read the donation now.
Great. I have a $25 donation from Anonymous saying, hopping on the Naughty Dog dev donation train. Thank you so much for running our game. It's a special thing to see a product of our love and care showcased for everyone to see and celebrate. I promise I won't ask anyone to write up any bugs. For all my fellow dogs watching, congrats on a successful launch of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. So proud of what we achieve every single day. Much love to GDQ and everyone who made this possible. Less than 3. Donation to Runner's Choice, please. P.S. I can't believe it's not pants. Please don't ask. And speaking of devs, we have a $50 donation from Joe of Tarth. I was one of the QA testers for The Last of Us Remastered on the PS4. It's wonderful to see it here. Let's beat cancer like we kill clickers.
Yeehaw. It's so cool to hear the messages from the devs.
Oh, we have plenty of love coming in for this game. We have a $25 donation from Pig Dog that says, which Last of Us character gets invited to the most parties? Sam, because he's a fun guy.
Follow me.
And there he is.
Sorry about the whole gun thing.
Don't worry.
Oh no, was that spoilers?
No.
Really? I heard some bad stuff going on down there.
I think this is episode 5 now from the HBO show.
This is just you and your daughter.
I promise.
And this is some pretty precise movement here to get ahead of Henry far enough to maintain the jog speed. If you go too slow, oh yeah, Henry teleported there. If you go too slow there, then you can only crouch basically. Oops.
That fucking truck.
And the upcoming fight is really precise as well. Like the strat is really specific. I want to do 3 headshots on the 3 enemies as fast as possible, so Henry follows me, because the checkpoint that ends the fight at the end is based on Henry's position. So you want to kill all the enemies really fast, and on top of that, make Henry follow you, which, believe me, really is not easy in this game, because Henry can troll a lot. Also, I'm aiming here, because this way I can clip ahead of Henry. Let's see. I never really explained that, but during downtown skip, I turned on the auto-lock on. It only works for body shots, but yeah, I totally forgot to explain that. Okay, right there, for example, the game automatically locks onto the enemy. There is Henry, so this strat worked. And what I'm doing now is, if you place a nail bomb like that, right before hitting the checkpoint, the nail bomb is there. But I maintained the nail bomb from before, so that was an item duplication there. I have an extra nail bomb now. With the current route, it's not that important anymore, but it's a free extra nail bomb. I'm upgrading crafting speed here because why not?
I'm close. All right.
Yeah, you can read one donation.
Great. We have $5 from Ecock. Greetings from the back couch. You're doing a great job, especially since you're commenting and running at the same time. Also, don't worry, getting to Fort Pitt Bridge is always an ordeal.
You tried this before?
Yeah.
That's comforting.
We also have a $25 donation from Professor Shinobi. A haiku. Click, 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 click. Stars, 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 stars. Maybe I shouldn't have outsourced each line to a different zombie. Donation goes to support bonus game 3, Resident Evil 4. Best of luck to the runners and have fun, everyone.
Find something to hide behind.
So there are many enemies here. Oh god. But what I'm doing here is I'm doing a despawn on this wall. It's really hard to see, but I basically keep clipping the camera through the wall. I'm doing that 4 times, and that should despawn all the enemies, and the fight is over now. And the reason I did it 4 times is because after killing a certain amount of enemies, there are more enemies spawning in. So I basically despawn the enemies, then the next enemies spawn, then I'm despawning that enemy, and so on. And there's the next big skip here. Oh, didn't do that. Oops. Oh, hold on. Let me retry that. That was weird. I still had photo mode on.
Wait.
Hey, they're over here.
So you want to go to this wall, do the despawn, hit the triangle prompt, and then regain control. Oh god. Okay. And that skips the Henry betrayal in-game cutscene. Like, that looks like a small thing, but that saves like 50 seconds. And that has a funny side effect, because the dialogue from that in-game cutscene is actually still going on. You can see it in the subtitles and maybe hear it.
Okay, we gotta get him up.
See, Ellie wants to help Joel get up there. Also, there is Fort Pitt Bridge. And there is a small skip here, where I shoot this explosive thing there, and that skips a little sequence where Joel falls down. Because otherwise, when we stand next to it, the tank behind us would shoot it.
Hey, we're gonna search this area.
Whatever, I want to show you something here.
That was intense.
Look at this.
You cool?
This is Pittsburgh downtown, and our hotel must be right here. This is a really cool shot.
Wow.
I love that.
Hey, maybe we can find something in that boat over there.
I didn't have the time for that yet, but I definitely want to go where Joel was just standing, like tomorrow or so.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Way ahead of you, kid.
I think we have time for some donations here.
Yeah, of course. I just really want to mention the Pet the Cat viewfinder incentive. I did some quick math, and unfortunately, I left my calculator in my purse. But I have figured out that $20,000 divided by 500, because you do need $500 per pet the cat. We have about 40 cat pets, which will really slow that runner down. But if you want more petting the cat, which everybody does, you should donate towards that incentive. There's also the upgraded viewfinder to 100%, which we need to reach 10,000. Currently, we are sitting at $6,199. So go ahead, keep your donations coming in. We have so much love for this run. We have people who are ruining their sleep schedules with their donations and telling us. But we also have a $25 donation from Udo Monastic saying, "Ye and or, but I must insist, ha."
Yeah. We have the next skip coming up here, sewer skip. I'm using a medkit here to clip through the ground. I am out of bounds now. And then I want to dive. This is similar to Pittsburgh skip, where I basically lose control now. And I want to land on top of the map here, and then just run into the next checkpoint, which should be right here. Yeah, this skip is pretty simple actually, and that's also one thing what I like about the speedrun, because that skip right there saves 1.5 minutes, but you basically just skipped 1.5 minutes of slow walking or like doing a puzzle. And that goes for many skips in this game. We don't skip many of the important parts. So it really just makes the run a lot faster. Like faster paced. Same with the Henry betrayal cutscene skip. Like, we have many skips that only skips in-game cutscenes, for example. So the skips basically skip waiting,
Henry, see if we can lift this.
which makes this run really fast-paced overall. Like, the beginning is slow, as you saw, but especially mid-game with Bill's Town and Pittsburgh, especially when you're on PB pace, it's so intense.
Hey, this thing isn't budging, man.
Just go, get out of here.
Sam, you stay close to him.
And there are also skips, for example, like here, right here. There is a skip here. You could skip this fight by despawning the enemies, but it is actually slower, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm restarting the checkpoint here to get, like, this is one of the RNG heaviest fights in the run, and restarting checkpoints might make it a bit more consistent. What I did there is... Oh, one is following me. That can happen, that's fine. What I did there, I brick bashed the stalker, and you can only do that when you're not sprinting. So you saw me sprinting, and for the brick bash, I let go of sprint for like half a second, because if you do a brick bash while sprinting, you lose the brick. But if you do it without sprinting, you don't lose it. So I could still use it on the clicker.
Joel, that's them. Sam!
Oh, thank God.
And it's one of the fights where you don't have to kill all the enemies. And also what, like in this game very often, like there is a square prompt, but you don't need to do anything. Naughty Dog is lying to us. There are some sections where you actually have to press the buttons that they show on screen, but there are like many where you don't need to do anything. And we're approaching the end of the sewers. We're still in Pittsburgh. Like, not in the Pittsburgh chapter in game, but still in the city. But first we have to get out of sewers here. And the upcoming fight here is on a timer. The only thing that could really prevent
Give me a boost. Get to
the only thing that could cause a time loss here is, okay, of course, dying to the enemies, or Henry getting a plus sign at the end.
What about you?
So it's on a timer now, and we're basically waiting for Ellie to open the door. So our objective is to not lose health, because even though I am on easy mode, we really need all the health. Like, you really don't want to lose any health in this fight. And good thing... Oh yeah. That's okay. That wasn't much. But we don't really need the ammo, at least not all of it, so we can use it here.
I will say, it is amazing to see just how fast combat goes in this game.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, we got out of here. And now, okay, I lost a tiny bit amount of health, but it should still be fine. Like, you don't need all of the health, but the next strat, which comes up in a minute, like in the next fight, is really precise. It has really precise movement, and even though we're on easy mode, it's very easy to die there.
We're close.
But right here, it's another section you can find in real life. I mean, right here in Pittsburgh. Because now Henry, Sam, Ellie and Joel are looking for a radio tower there, the one right there. And that is the one, like, I don't know if that has a name or so, but when we look outside our windows, we can see that as well.
What I tell you, huh?
Like, basically,
Way around to it.
behind Fort Pitt, wait, what was the name?
About you, how you holding up?
Fort Pitt Bridge?
Business as usual, right?
Uh, a bit further to the right, you can see the radio tower. And I don't know if this location here, like the houses, exist there as well. But the sniper section right here, like these streets, look very similar in real life. So we have the sniper fight coming up here.
Fucking sniper.
And since we're on easy mode and we want to go fast, we basically just run through the middle of the streets, even though the sniper damages us every few seconds. And the thing is, the sniper staggers Joel,
Hey,
but if we move diagonally, we can prevent that. Okay, that is bad that he hit me there. But see, I run diagonally as soon as he shoots me to not get staggered. I want to get staggered here, because when he hits you like that, you don't get shot for the next 2 shots. Throwing a Molotov there, oh that's bad. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Oh, I made it. Oh my god. That was so close. Oh my god, man. Yeah, that was super unlucky actually as well. I mean, I took a little bit of damage at the end of sewers, but now you know why we don't want to take any damage there. And I got shot on the first shot. That can happen, even though it's uncommon. And then I had an enemy in my way. I'm so surprised I survived that. And if you restart checkpoints in that fight, you lose like 30 seconds. So now we're at the military rifle. Just trying to shoot the enemies as quick as possible. There's a little strat on this guy here. You don't want to shoot him as soon as possible. We're gonna wait a few seconds. And want to shoot him right now. And what that does is that makes these enemies come out of 3 doors instead of 2 doors. You can see 1 enemy is coming out of the middle. And if you would shoot that guy as soon as possible, they would only come out of the left and the right door. And that's like 6 or 7 seconds slower.
Those little time saves add up during the course of a 2-hour run.
Oh yeah, for sure. There are many of these small things in this game. There is so much, it's like impossible for me to explain every little detail. Also right here, I waited a bit before I started shooting them, because this section, it's somewhat on a timer, like we're waiting for the tank to move closer to us. And the important thing is that the enemies here are dead when the tank has reached a certain position. Okay, yeah, that indicates that the fight is over. You can read a few donations.
Yeah, of course. Again, we're just getting so much love for this run. We have $25 from Corn Cob saying, "Enjoy Pittsburgh, Yoranto. It's a sweet city." We have a $50 donation from Zudmud in the RE4 merchant's voice. Let me try. What are you donating? Oh, that's awful. Been having a lot of fun watching the runs this week. Put this towards the Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways incentive. And may Spice and Captain Ezekiel have the best of luck with the true final boss of the game, inventory management.
We did it.
we should move.
Also, this is a meme in the Last of Us community. Henry is always saying we did it, even though he did nothing. It's a bit funny.
I'm sure Henry tried.
Yeah, for sure.
You sure?
I said I'm fine. Come on!
This is also where
Let's move.
Sam got bitten. Also, fun fact, you don't need to kill any of the enemies here. You can do it. It doesn't really matter. This is usually where we have our pee break. It's like 40 seconds. Yeah, but there's like no real other point where you could do it. There's only a little strat here. When you see the runner on the right, you want to shoot. That ends the fight a little bit earlier. But now we're finally out of Pittsburgh. Henry and Sam are gone, and we're heading towards Tommy's Dam now.
Means we're close to Jackson City, right?
Should be more in a few miles.
And
ready to see dear
I
old
think
brother?
in the HBO show it is episode
Nervous?
6 now? No. 6 was left behind, I think. So episode 7, something like that. We have some movement techniques here, like the jump and going down here. Like the next couple minutes are a bit of downtime. Like there are movement techniques and a few smaller strats, and you can still lose lots of time on a run, but like on a PB attempt, we use this chapter here to calm down a little, because we're, I don't know, 1.5 hours into the run, and the previous chapters are super intense. So we can use the running here to calm down for a bit.
Right there's a hydroelectric power
But
plant.
right after that, it gets intense immediately again.
It uses the river's movement and turns it into
This game
electricity.
seems to have a lot of really intense moments
Look, I know
followed
what
by
it is, I
really
don't know how it does it.
slow movement. Does that help you focus and gather your thoughts?
Yes.
Good. Good to hear. Was that palette skip in a cutscene?
No. There is a strat here. Sorry, I was just focused on this right now. Because you want to position the pallets on a specific place there, and that makes Ellie jump faster on the pallet. You can actually lose a few seconds there when you set it up the wrong place. Also, what do you guys think? Should I high-five Ellie?
Won't give it a
Was
spin.
she helpful in the run? Also, it's funny here that Ellie is faster than Joel on turning these. Okay, I'm gonna start this with a weapon switch to move a bit faster.
Hey, be careful crossing that thing.
I will.
But just for you,
Teamwork.
I'm gonna high-five Ellie. Yay! Time loss.
Cheering for time loss on a speedrun marathon? What are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. It's actually funny because,
I know I am
like on a
too.
PB attempt, we would just run past her,
Get past this place,
and
then we can scrounge up
she's
some food.
when you just run past her, she says something like, "Come on, it's a high five. It only takes 5 seconds," and I'm always like, "We don't have 5 seconds." Okay, I got a sound glitch here. That's the reason for the load screen there. I haven't talked about that, but you can get sound glitches throughout the entire game. Basically, they are
I thought I'd find you in Jackson.
overall random, even though you get many sound glitches in the same places. Also, you can climb here, which technically is out of bounds, and you can go there.
No
Um,
way. You guys have
Yeah,
horses.
just a little fun fact, but and yeah, sound glitches have
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Can I?
they can do weird things. They can
I actually have.
they can delay load times. They can delay enemy spawns, and depending on where you get them, they can be really bad actually. As you saw right there, because the sound glitch I got there gave me a longer load time,
All right, let's continue the
unfortunately.
tour.
Yeah, here we're just waiting for Maria to open the door.
Earl?
Yeah?
Why are you
I just need to check because I'm a bit short on parts. I don't know how that happened, to be honest. I'm 1 part short,
Just a couple more hours. I'll
Damn.
top it out.
All right.
but it's okay. I can just pick up more parts. And here you want to run into Maria as soon as she stands still, and that makes her move faster. Like I remember a few years ago, before that strat was found, we were just always standing there hoping to get fast Maria, and it could lose like sometimes even 6 or 7 seconds. And she was just standing there doing nothing, and it was really annoying.
Come on, Ellie.
But now we have a strat for that. I would say you can read some donations.
Yeah, of course. I do want to say, if you are interested at all at any of the prizes during this prize block, that is ending at the end of this run. So make sure you get your donations in. There's a modded GDQ themed Game Boy Advance for $25. There's a $20 laser cast minimalist EV wall evolution. If you donate $50, you're in for all of them. So please go ahead, take a look, see if you're interested. But we have $5 from Connor, who said, "Did Joel not watch ADEF's mini physics show? The dam uses magnetism to work. Loving the run, keep it up. Also, question for Yoranto. What's your favorite section of The Last of Us 1?
Oh. I never... Bill's Town. I was just gonna say I never really thought about that. But I really like Bill's Town overall. It's really cool, and I love the strats and the intense fights. Even though with the new skip that was found 2 months ago, it changed a lot. But yeah, I really love Bill's Town. Oops, I forgot a little movement there, but that's fine.
We also have a $25 donation from Adorkable Dishwasher. Fat Couch here, we are loving this. You got this.
Aw, thank you. I love you too.
You still gotta deal with infected though, right?
Yeah, crouch walking here because it's faster and we're more or less waiting for Tommy anyways. Also, fun fact, this dog there, it's Buckley. And this was Troy Baker's dog when this game was in early development. You can pet him, but maybe I should have done that. Sorry.
We think we got it this time. You don't believe us? I didn't say.
Oh, the high five is a time loss, but petting the dog isn't? Fair.
It is. Yeah, since I'm a bit short on parts, I will enter this room first here. I would first upgrade my weapon holster and then go there. But yeah, I was short a bit. And we grab the El Diablo here, a new weapon. And this here is the only time we upgrade something in the run. With 75 parts, we upgrade a pistol holster. It's really important, and it doesn't lose time here. Because like this section is more or less on a timer as well, waiting for all the stuff here, all the cinematics. So we use that to get a new pistol holster. Also, we don't upgrade a single thing for Joel with pills you can pick up throughout the run. Okay, and now the boring time is over. We have Damn Fight coming up here. Here I'm gonna make use... Oh god, got trolled there. Make use of the auto-lock on. Okay, that is really unlucky. I took quite the amount of damage there. So the ending of this section is a bit risky. Yeah, you want to get here as soon as possible and throw a Molotov as soon as the door opens. And that should kill all the enemies that spawn in there and prevent the next wave from spawning. And look at Tommy now. He's right here. Oh god, I didn't pick that up. I'm so gonna die in this fight. Let's see. Yeah, but that's okay. The checkpoint is right here. I was really low on health there. You want to kill that enemy, headshot that enemy. And that enemy there got damaged by Maria, so it was a one-hit body shot kill for me with the El Diablo.
I was too damn close.
And oops, skip the cutscene. We want to restart checkpoint as soon as we see the game again. That skips the little in-game cinematic there and puts us further ahead. And now we're on Callus. And there is a very specific movement here that I also just messed up.
You couldn't have gotten far. We'll find it.
You can get ahead of Tommy there. Oh, okay. I think I got it. I forgot to hold sprint like for half a second or so. The movement is very tight to get ahead of Tommy. But what it does is, basically what I did then is it pushes Tommy away. Because if you wouldn't do that, you would bonk into him, losing a second. So you have to press the sprint button like every few seconds here to maintain the maximum speed.
I didn't actually realize how much of this run was NPC manipulation and movement.
Oh yeah, it has a lot of that.
Too goddamn many. Go around, I'll cover you.
Oh, that's really bad. That is really unfortunate.
Fight this asshole!
I think there is one more enemy. Oh no, there's not. Okay, it was really hard to explain while doing that, but getting grabbed there was really unfortunate because the last two enemies there only spawn in when you kill the first enemies too slowly. That was a bit confusing there. And the last enemy, the enemy that grabbed me would have been the last enemy if I was fast enough. But since he grabbed me, I had no chance to be fast enough, so the two extra enemies spawned in. It's really not a big deal for this run now. But that right there, for example, would have killed a PB-paced run. And we restart checkpoint here. It puts us closer to the next part. So this, in my opinion, is one of the best looking sections in the game. I love the wrench. It's really cool.
Area looks clear.
And the fight in the wrench goes by very quickly. We just throw 2 quick Molotovs.
Be careful.
Ellie? Ellie?
Sound glitch. I never got a sound glitch there, I think. Yeah, this fight is already over. And that's it for Tommy's Dam. We're in the university chapter now. Restarting checkpoint there once again skips the in-game cinematic. And yeah, we left Tommy behind. We're back with Ellie now.
Okay. Buildings look like a mirror.
And we're looking for the fireflies now. Trying to find them in the science building. And that's where we're heading now.
That was fun.
But first we have a few infected fights.
It's getting chilly.
There's that time of year.
Also the horse movement, it can be pretty precise as well.
I think are there. Fireflies.
Like for example, right here, the way you want to get off the horse
There'll be other people my age.
can actually like lose or save a second. There is some variance on it. So in this fight here,
Stay with the horse.
there are
Don't want him running off.
some runners, and I'm gonna use a bomb to kill most of them, and then just shotgun or El Diablo the rest. I want to lure them towards me. Then okay, a few survived, but that was good. Now they are all dead, and here we go for the generator. I'm gonna pick up the ammo here. I can use some shotgun ammo for later. I think this is a good time for some donations.
Yeah, of course. We have a $50 donation from One True Girl Bot saying, "This Last of Us run is inspiring me to finish my casual playthrough. Thanks to Yoranto for putting on this run. Also, let's get Luminescent Pride %. Of course, speaking about one of our upcoming incentives, the upgrade to Pride % from Luminescent coming up later in the day. It's at 1,000 out of the 15,000 we need, but I know we can get there, chat. Just keep donating." We also have somebody else who is messing up their sleep schedule to stay awake from this run. We have $50 from Mela saying, "It's 4 a.m. here. Perfect time to donate during the game that first got me into gaming and later into speedrunning. Good luck on the run."
Thanks. But why is everyone calling me Yoranto?
Me too.
Yeah, I really appreciate everyone being awake at this time.
There it is.
Damn it, s'mores.
So we have a bloater fight here, actually. But we're making use of a smoke bomb. We're killing that clicker, and then we're throwing a smoke bomb here. And that should, like, all the enemies should get stuck in that smoke bomb, so we can just quickly get out of here. I totally forgot. I think this was the first smoke bomb I threw. The smoke bomb in this game is really powerful. And this was not the last smoke bomb we're using in the run. But yeah, we definitely use way more Molotovs, for example. But that's also one thing I like about this run. We're using everything. We're like using most of the weapons, and we're using all of the throwables, craft everything. And the strats have, like, there's lots of variety on it. Like, for some strats you just run through, for some strats, especially at the beginning, you need to get some headshots. Then we have death warps and skips and all. I really love that.
Let's try the gate.
And in the science building that we're heading to now, there is also a new skip, the science building skip, and that was found just a few months ago as well. This category has changed a lot, even after I submitted the run. I think after I submitted the run, we found, I don't know, 3 or 4 big skips. And I don't really know how all of that happened, because like the big things like Pittsburgh skip were there since 2015. But then for like, I don't know, 8 years or so, there was almost nothing new when it comes to big glitches or skips. But then in 2023, so last year, we found like 7 minutes of time save and new skips and new glitches and so many new things. It's insane how this category evolved last year.
All right, not what I had in mind, but it'll do.
So now we're heading into the science building. I think this is still episode 7 of the HBO show.
All right, we're inside. Come on, kiddo, give me your hand.
Thanks.
And
Let's look
it's
around.
some movement here to get to the end of the building. But this right here,
Hello?
like the entire building is basically where the next fight takes place. It's like one of the sections where you go into the place, and then
Anyone?
on your way back,
Down until we figure out what's going on.
there are enemies then.
We ain't alone.
Maybe it's one of those.
Stay.
And the next skip is also very cool and maybe funny looking, and definitely different
That's
from
good,
the other
right?
skips.
We found out where they went.
Also, I'm punching here with the bottle to get a bit further ahead. Like Joel would otherwise just stand still there for a second.
Jesus.
And the upcoming skip only works on 30 FPS. It's one of the few skips that only works on 30 FPS. So I'm gonna switch to 30 FPS in a second. And let's hope I can get that skip. 30 FPS.
Find something.
Okay. Yeah, this is the cutscene where Joel and Ellie get attacked.
Don't matter.
So
We know where to go. Let's get
I'm
the
throwing a bottle on this guy to run past him. Gonna get the brick because I need it for the despawn. And now I'm doing a despawn on this wall here. So all the enemies are despawned now, and I go up the stairs, I get floaty Joel, and then I want to go get out of here basically.
It is amazing to see you navigate a deloaded level.
Yeah. And now I hit the checkpoint, I reset the checkpoint, and now I'm here. This saves over a minute, and this doesn't look like something big, but it skips, like, when you approach the triangle prompt, Joel gets into a fight with an enemy, then you have to mash square, then Joel falls down, then Ellie comes down and helps Joel, and then you have some dialogue, and then there are two enemies entering the room that you have to shoot, and then Ellie helps Joel again, and it's a really long cinematic, so that skip is pretty big. And I'm still on 30 FPS because we need that for the next trick that comes up in 2 minutes.
Those were my friends you killed.
Yeah, that was really good.
Come on out.
I had some problems with that skip in the past weeks, but so I'm glad that it worked. Also, that enemy there has some iframes for quite some time. If you shoot him as soon as possible, you can actually headshot him, but he doesn't take damage.
I'm okay.
You're not okay, Joel.
I think it's time for a donation, like 1 or 2 donations.
Of course. Again, so much love coming in for this run. And of course, we are benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We have $50 from Astral Kingdom saying, donating to cancer research and support is a powerful way to join the fight against cancer. Your contributions fuel groundbreaking research, bringing us closer to new treatments and cures. Plus, they provide vital support to those battling cancer, offering hope and help when it's needed most. Every dollar makes a difference, propelling us forward in this crucial mission. Together, we're stronger and can make a real impact in conquering cancer. Let's do this. Thank you very much for that generous donation. We also... Time for one more?
Yeah, 1 quick donation.
We have $5 from Dorian saying The Last of Us is a special game for me. One that ignited my passion back for gaming and is now my favorite game of all time. So excited for this run, and I know you'll kill it, Yoranto. Perfect, cozy Tuesday run in a snowed-in city. Love from Canada.
So now, everyone look at the screen. Look at Joel. I'm doing nothing.
Put your armor on me. All right,
He teleported.
let's go.
That is another side effect of the 30 FPS setting there. That saves like 15 seconds or so. And now we're at the end of the science building. Joel is impaled and Ellie is carrying us. And we're heading into the winter section. And for like the winter starts with a very specific shot. We're playing as Ellie in the next part, and we have to hunt a deer. And there is one trick at the beginning where I try to shoot the deer basically as soon as it spawns in, and I need to listen very closely to the game sound there in the next 30 seconds. It's one of the, like, it's for sure one of the hardest shots in the run. So let's see what I can get here.
There you are.
Oh no, I missed it. That's okay. Like on PB-paced runs, missing the deer is really bad. Like one miss wastes like 17 seconds.
Where'd you go? There he is.
Okay, I got it on second try. That's really good. Yeah, second try for a marathon run is perfectly fine, especially like you can use the shadows on the ground as a visual cue there. I had no shadows there, like sometimes that happens. It's a little bit troll. We need to shoot it again. And that's the deer fight. Like the first shot really saves a lot of time. Like it's definitely worth restarting the checkpoint and try again instead of just doing it the normal way. And how it works is we're basically like pre-aiming with the bow, and then we move forward, and as soon as you hear the I forgot the word, what's it called from trees? The thing from trees.
Oh, great.
But the thing on the ground there that makes a noise, and that is an audio cue when for when the deer spawns in. And we use that to basically pre-fire at the deer. So now we're in this cabin fight or coal mine fight, and we have a rifle now. Also, look at the rifle; it's reloading the entire time.
I've done this before.
I'm gonna delay the shot on this one so David stays here, close to me. I'm missing on purpose once because David gives you ammo twice in this section when you're empty. So I want to have 0 rifle bullets after the last enemy of this wave. So I have the maximum amount right now with 9 bullets. Also, I don't want to help David. Yeah, how this fight works, that like there are different waves of enemies, and we're basically we know where they are spawning and when they are spawning. So we want to kill the enemies as soon as possible. Now waiting for David to give me ammo again. Thanks. Oh, that's a dead clicker glitch. He's dead. That's funny that I got it in this run. And that's it for the fight. All the enemies are dead, and we are just waiting for David to open the door for us. Also, I picked up the med kit because first, it doesn't lose time picking it up, and second, it makes the weapon switches easier that I'm gonna do soon. Yeah, first weapon switch in winter is coming up here. Also, David is... it's Nolan North, who is Nathan Drake.
Okay. Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, that weapon switch there allows us to get ahead of David. And that is pretty big, actually. Like, if you fail that, it loses like over 10 seconds. Also, look at David now. We're faster than the NPCs, so the game teleports them to the next destination. another weapon switch here. That is one of the weapon switches where I have to press circle during the weapon switch. So the game thinks I'm crouching and I can basically weapon switch through the object. I'm shooting the empty gun here to basically lure the clickers away. Like, this area is pretty glitch heavy. Sometimes sometimes the clicker comes over here, even though they are not supposed to be in this section. So shooting there is basically just a glitch prevention.
You be quick. You keep a lookout for us.
No.
And also, don't be scared here, because that clicker doesn't get us. Trust me.
Wow.
Yeah, that is, like, on PB attempts, like, my heart stops during that, but it is actually very safe doing that. If your movement is correct, like, if you bonk into something and lose speed, for example, then it's scary, but with the correct movement, it's fine.
Jeez.
Oh.
Looks like
Oh yeah, for that triangle prompt, you want to press it at a specific time to fasten up the dialogue. I mistimed that a bit. Shouldn't really matter, I hope. So what we're doing here is the enemies will spawn there, or like some of the enemies. And I get ready to throw a nail bomb and a Molotov.
See anything?
So I'm gonna throw it now. The enemies spawn. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, as I said, I messed it up a bit with the timing of the triangle prompt. That wasted quite some time, actually. That's like, I don't know, 10 seconds or 15 seconds. But from now on, the fight continues as normal. You can spawn trap them with Ellie's knife. Ellie has a knife in this game. Joel doesn't. And from now on, this time is like, it's somewhat on a timer. It's not really, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's not really on a timer in the way that you could just wait for it to end. But you don't need to kill them as fast as possible. Not all of the enemies, at least. Also, this right here is the last enemy of the first wave. And after finishing the first wave, you want to make sure to pick something up as soon as possible. In that case, the bottle there. Because that instantly starts the next wave. If you don't pick anything up, it takes a while for the game to register it. So I have time to pick up all that stuff, kill these two clickers, and now we want to shoot the bloater's foot. The bloater is gonna spawn in right there. I'm gonna spawn trap it, and that right there is a one-hit kill on the bloater. The bloater is dead. Lure David here to the cutscene, and the fight is over. And that is the coal mine section of this game.
You weren't kidding when you said there's a lot of really heavy, intense points in this game.
Yeah, there really are lots of intense moments. And the reason why that bloater there dies in one hit is because Ellie's rifle is a bit stronger than Joel's. So first, the bloater has armor on its body, but it doesn't have armor on its foot. So if I would have shot the bloater in the head or the chest, it would have lived. But I shot it where it doesn't have armor. And on top of that, Ellie's rifle is a bit stronger than Joel's. So that spread, like, killing a bloater in one shot only works for that bloater. And now we're in the escape section. We're basically trying to escape David's guys. And there is a strat here as well, a movement strat. Like right here, I want to move the camera like this and away from the enemies. And that right there, you could see the square prompt for a second. That got rid of getting grabbed. Like, this section is a bit scripted. The game wants you to get grabbed by an enemy at least once. But with that movement and the camera turn, you can prevent that entirely. Also, I think I'm going for a riskier strat in the next fight. It's a few seconds faster than the usual strat. Oh yeah, also rip Kalos. And the next section here, the next fight, is really... It's a bit weird because I'm on easy mode, but the enemies there are so strong. Like, they shoot you from so far away, they deal lots of damage, they stagger you, they shoot through objects. It's crazy. But how we started this fight, we started with a really precise Molotov throw. Okay, it worked. You really want to kill these two enemies. If you don't, then you have a problem. Now I'm weapon switching to not get staggered and to get alerted later. And now I have to kill these two enemies here. And they are shooting me. I'm weapon switching over this ledge here. Yeah, that was really good. The weapon switch I just did there was to skip the entire animation. Like usually Ellie would go slow on that ledge, like sideways. And that weapon switch saves like 7 seconds. Also here, another weapon switch to go through the pipe. No, I wanted to do floaty Ellie. Didn't really work there. There's like a trick there when you get out of the pipe and just hold sprint. Ellie starts floating. Another weapon switch here. Like this is so much faster to go through the pipes like this. But I don't know if you can actually see my hands. Probably not, but like the way we hold the controller for these ones is very weird sometimes. Here you want to mash X to get a fast climb. Okay, that was not fast. Whatever. And from this point on... Oh, sound glitch. From this point on you just want to shoot the last few enemies. And that's it with this fight. And in the next section, Joel comes back. Yeehaw. Yeah, David is about to take Ellie as a hostage. I completely forgot the... like with the HBO show, I think we're still in episode 7, right?
A lot happens in episode 7, apparently.
Yeah, it must be. Oh, I mean, maybe I forgot something, but... yeah, it must be the entire winter section then, as well. Yeah, Joel is a bit hurt still. So for this fight here, I have the flashlight on, and as soon as the flashlight turns off automatically, the enemies spawn in and I can sprint. And you want to kill 3 enemies here. This section is a bit weird because the enemies are afraid of Joel. Yeah. Okay, I took like a lot of damage there. Okay, let's just run.
Keep running.
So basically, like when you kill or shoot the first enemy, the next enemies will run away, and you want to do that 3 times basically. And yeah, Joel is basically trying to find Ellie now, so he's in rage mode. And from the next section onward, he's healed up again. Like that little slow walk animation he has was only for this section. And now we're back as Ellie. And this section is all movement. We don't have anything. We're escaping David now, and we don't have any weapons or so all we do here is run. And the movement is very precise as well. Oh, I need to restart checkpoint there. I got the weird glitch there. That's okay though. Yeah, this section can glitch out really easily.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we will get shot quite a lot in this section. I'm gonna stop sprinting here and start sprinting here again. Otherwise this enemy there would run the other way. And from now on, since I'm on easy mode, I just want to run through, no matter if I get shot or not. And basically just pray that I don't get staggered too often by the enemies that are shooting at me. That is already good. I will get shot a lot now, most likely. Let's see if I get staggered. Okay, one stagger. One stagger is fine. And we're heading into the restaurant where David fight takes place. And there is a cool strat here. So when you approach the triangle prompt for the fight, the game gets rid of everything you have in your inventory. So I'm picking up the bottle there, picking up the brick again. And you see, I basically lured the bottle to the next place. And you can check the bottom right, the brick. It's gonna disappear from the hut right now. So I don't have a brick. But since I lured the bottle right next to me, I can pick it up right here and instantly throw it at David. And that is already the first wave of the fight done. And since I'm on easy mode, there are bottles and bricks in this area. And I will just pick up the next bottle and throw it at him. And here is a cool strat for the third wave. You can just run around him again, mash triangle and hit him again. And that's all 3 waves of David fight done in just 30 seconds or so. It's a really cool strat. And it's really consistent as well. Now we're back with Joel. Oh, and what you see on the screen right now is a visual glitch. You can see the blizzard. It's pretty glitched out. Like the colors and all is very weird. And the funny thing is that can only happen on the patched version of the game. And there is another death warp here. I'm gonna try to get it, but I need to lose health first. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, a bit more. Then I'm throwing a Molotov, getting into the next section. I died, but that skips the cutscene and puts me right here. And that is the second death warp of the game. That skips looking at Ellie's backpack. And that doesn't really save that much time. I honestly just did that because it looks cool. But if done correctly, it can save like 2 or 3 seconds. And the reason for that is because you need to lose health. Because if I would have just go through, the Molotov wouldn't have killed Joel. So yeah, getting rid of the health first really is what makes it not worth going for sometimes. And we're at the very end of winter and we're slowly approaching the end of the game.
There has been nothing slow about this run.
Yeah, it's like, especially the mid-game is really intense. It's just the start. The run takes like 15 to 20 minutes until it's until the first real fights start. But then there's almost no downtime.
There have been plenty of amazing tricks in here, out of bounds, death warps. This run has it all.
Yes, it really has. That's what I really love about the speedrun. It's really cool. Also, yeah, the David cutscene that we skip, and now we're in Bus Depot. I think now we should actually be in the final episode of the HBO show, where we have Bus Depot and the hospital left. And the visual glitch from the end of winter is gone now as well.
Ellie!
And
Ellie!
yeah, Joel and Ellie are back together, and our goal right now is to reach the
Look.
hospital where we want to
This is where we get off.
we want to
Let's go, kiddo.
bring Ellie to the Fireflies
Feel
to
that breeze, huh? I tell you, on a day
so
like
the Fireflies
this,
can
sit
make
on my porch,
a vaccine
pick away
out
my
of
six.
Ellie's infection.
Yeah, once we're done with this whole thing, I'll teach you how to play guitar. I reckon you'd really like that. What do you say, huh?
Yeah, and I also love this section a lot because, like on on PB attempts, you don't see this section every day, and I don't know. I think it looks beautiful, and
Look at
the
that.
music later on
Another
is really, really, really cool
Another
as well.
abandoned quarantine zone.
But for the next few minutes, it's all movement techniques.
Great. Can I get a donation in if
Yes.
possible? Perfect. We have $10 from Draco. They say, I've been a
Maybe we cut
long
through
time
here, huh?
avid GDQ fan and a Last of Us super fan. I just had to see the
use that
game be
ladder.
crushed. Thank you for keeping me company on my long 12-hour overnight shifts. This is for my aunt who passed away last year from cancer after battling it twice and
Ellie?
beating it. To only have it come back a third time being overly aggressive. This is to help all
Ellie?
others out there in hopes that cancer can be handled big out. Thank you again for everyone that puts in a lot of hard work. And here's to making Viewfinder 100%. Thank you very much for your generous donation, Draco. Again, all your donations are benefiting Prevent Cancer. And thank you for mentioning that upgrade to 100% on Viewfinder. Currently, we are sitting at $6,544 out of the $10,000 we need to meet that incentive. We will go from any percent to 100%, longer run, more games. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
Also, it loses time, but I think everyone wants to see the giraffe scene, right?
Gotta see this.
What is it?
Yeah, we have to do that. Here is a little trick. It's called the sink lounge. If you get below the sink, yeah, I messed it up. Whatever.
Are you kidding me?
Oh man. My viewers will love me for doing that.
Come on, hurry up.
At least Ellie launched a bit. But yeah, this right here is probably the most known scene of the game. The most iconic scene of the game. The giraffe scene.
It's all right. Come here.
We're petting a giraffe, but we didn't pet the dog?
Sorry.
Okay, giraffes are really cool. I'll take it.
Yes, they are. Also, fun fact there. For the HBO show, they actually had a real giraffe for that scene.
Here, come on, let's go.
Slow down, kiddo.
Come on.
Yeah, Ellie is super nervous about the giraffe.
Hurry
Understandable.
Up, come on.
And I love the music. Shoutouts to Gustavo, Santo, Leia. Yeah, restart checkpoint as soon as we get through the door. There you can see the giraffes. But we're gonna continue.
Look,
We have a weapon switch here.
I know you mean well.
That saves like half a second. It's all movement here. But we have
Okay.
one of the last weapon switches coming up here, and it's one of the longest and a pretty important one when you go for a world record. Because we would lose jog speed at the tank. So I'm gonna start a weapon switch here to maintain this jog speed.
How so?
That's right after
Also, just to show it off, I'm gonna press triangle here to pick up the bottle. As you can see, nothing happens.
Where you look, just
But that input, like, as I said, Joel is soft locked now.
whole damn world seems to have
So he's gonna pick up the bottle now.
blanket.
Is that after you lost Sarah?
And that's one of the last weapon switches. There is a lounge here outside of the bus. A little sound glitch. Yeah, crouch walk here because you regain the fast jog after the dialogue.
That's okay, Ellie.
Right there. And we're heading into the
This time it's
last infected fight of the run.
know
What
the
do you
tunnel
mean?
fight. And oh boy, in this fight there are so many enemies. There are 3 bloaters and many runners and clickers and everything. So we restart checkpoint here, and we shoot to get sprint speed right at the beginning. And this fight is really cool in the speed run because there are so many enemies, like really. 3 bloaters, and they are all approaching us. Also, the reason I climbed up there was not because it's faster climbing up there, but if I climb up there, Ellie will follow, and that way Ellie cannot get a plus sign. Then I want to throw a smoke bomb on the bloater there, and that should trap all the enemies.
Here, let me boost you up there.
We wait for the triangle prompt, and there it is. The fight is basically over now. We basically stealthed through the fight with just 1 smoke bomb. And as you can see, they lost sight of me. They don't know where I am. It's just that 1 specific smoke bomb. And from this point on, the movement is very specific
I
again.
think they can reach us now.
Like there is a jump here. That jump there is harder than it looks. You need to jump as late as possible, but don't fall down. And some diving and ladder movement. There is 1 cool glitch coming up in a minute. One of the last glitches, maybe. It's the last glitch that saves a lot of time. Let's say it like that. So right here, we get the ladder for Ellie because she still can't swim. We restart checkpoint, and we have to like waste some time here. And there is the clicker there, and we press triangle here to help Ellie over the fence to open the door. And we need to shoot the clicker as soon as possible now, as we regain control. Okay, there was... Shoot it 4 times. I'm gonna restart checkpoint there. That's a bit unlucky, not gonna lie. But it's okay, the checkpoint is right there, we can just try again. It's even worth... Like, it saves too much time to just continue. You really want to restart checkpoint when that happens. And just try again. I want to shoot it 4 times, so it gets staggered like that. And Ellie opens the gate. Usually the game only wants Ellie to open the gate when the clicker is dead. So the game is really confused that the clicker is alive. And as you could maybe see there, the clicker was friendly now. The clicker is not attacking me. I can run into the clicker, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't kill me. And what this does is it allows me to keep the sprint speed. In all this section here, like in the entire section, I would have a slow jog. But since the clicker is alive, I have the combat speed here and I can sprint the entire way. This is really huge because it overall saves like 30 seconds. So it's a very important trick. And the time window is pretty precise, like after the triangle prompt where you help Ellie. You only have like, I don't know, 2 seconds or so to shoot the clicker. I mean, I messed it up on the first try, so you saw how precise it is. It was a bit unlucky because the boxes were in my way. And the strat is still not over, because that friendly clicker, like the goal now is to lure the clicker into this room. We actually have to do that, because if we don't, like if the clicker is not in this room and we just leave it alive, the game soft locks and we cannot continue. So we have to lure the clicker into this room. He's coming by his own. So you can see, like he's doing nothing. He's friendly. And just to make sure he stays longer here, I'm gonna throw a nail bomb. because he gets alerted to that nail bomb. Because after this puzzle, like this is the last puzzle of the game, and after the puzzle we would
I'll figure something out.
usually not be able to sprint either. So having we need to have the clicker in this room to first not softlock the game. If it was softlocked, the triangle prompt for this ladder would not be here. So yeah, the clicker needs to be in this room for that, and to hold the sprint speed. As you can see, the clicker is still there, and it's important to look at the clicker here. And now I have the sprint speed throughout the end, until the end. If you don't look at the clicker, you would have a super slow movement speed here. Also, fun fact, in Remake, you cannot swim there. I don't know why, but they changed it so Joel dies instantly when you jump into the water there. Which is funny because there is actually recorded dialogue between Joel and Ellie for when Joel falls into the water. Restart checkpoint here because it puts us further ahead. And this is one of the sections where you don't need to press triangle. Like here, the game gives me a triangle prompt now, but I don't need to do anything. And I think you can read a few more donations before we head into the final fight.
Yes, of course. I have $15 from Dedame Arcana saying the fast of us. Lol.
Hey, I wanted to make that joke as well, but I forgot.
Somebody made it for you. You're good. Chat's taking care of you. We have $250 from Passy. This is less than 3. And we also have $5 from Alex saying, good morning from Denmark. Had to donate during my favorite game of all time. Good luck with the hospital, Yoranto.
Thanks. We're heading into the final fight of the game now. We're actually in hospital now. The end of the last HBO episode. And Joel wants to get Ellie back, so he's in rage mode again. I let go of sprint there to not get alerted. I cannot talk anymore. I'm still unalerted. I'm gonna use a nail bomb here to distract the next enemies. Use the shotgun to shoot the fire extinguisher. It's actually a mechanic in this game. You can shoot fire extinguishers and they have similar effects like smoke bombs. And this is one of the fights where you don't need to kill any enemy basically, except for the last one. And we also have the very last weapon switch glitch of the run right here. Can do it right here. Otherwise you would need to let go of sprint for a second. The final Molotov. Oops. Okay, that's rare. I died.
They really
Whoa.
did not like that Molotov.
I don't even know if in 8.5 years of running this I ever died there. But I think that's the kind of marathon luck then. But that is fine, the checkpoint was right there. Okay. Whatever. And that was the last fight of the game. The next few minutes is just walking towards the end. Yeehaw. I'm surprised I died there. Wow. How did that happen? Oh man. Okay, we have to shoot one last enemy. I don't know.
What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her.
But I guess he's not that important for the story, so...
Come
Shut the hell up.
I got you.
And yeah, Joel doesn't want Ellie to die, and he does what he did there. And yeah, now we are just carrying her out of the hospital.
I got you. I got you. Come on.
With a very emotional music.
Tell me which way. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Now! I said get back!
Oh, I thought I got a sound glitch there. That would have been funny. And this right here is the final split of the run. Jackson. It's like the epilogue. We play as Ellie here, actually. And yeah, it's like 1.5 minutes before time comes up. And
Looks like we're walking.
I want to shout out Matt and Greg, aka The Thrill. They are my good friends in this speedrun community, and they found many, like most of the
Kind of pretty, ain't it?
skips were found by them. Also shout out to my mom and my brother
I don't want your head going.
who support me, and
Got it.
thank you for GDQ for accepting my run. It's really cool, especially here in Pittsburgh, having the run that also takes place in Pittsburgh.
Don't think I ever
And thank you
told
to everyone who
Sarah and I used to take
who
hikes
is
like this.
still awake at this time.
I think
And thank you, Critic, for
you would have been
hosting me.
would have been good friends. I think you really would have.
It has been an absolute honor. Thank you for letting me host.
Yeah, that was the last restart checkpoint of the run. I always love this in a run. The music and the atmosphere here is really cool. And time is coming up as soon as Ellie grabs Joel's hands. So time comes up right now. Thank you, guys. What was the final time? 2:27.
Yes.
Oh, that's really good. I'm very happy with that. So, yeah, I don't have anything
Austin.
else to say. Just thank you, guys. Thank you.
When I was bitten.
Well, thank you for an
wasn't
amazing
alone.
run. We will be right back.
My best friend was there.
We'll be right back.
She got bit too.